Good morning. Good late morning. It's like 11. Just gassed up the bike in Asheville. Spent about 20 minutes on the highway to get down towards Swannanoa. And today, or this weekend, I'm gonna do the Voltar 500, which is a route I invented last week. And I'm not gonna follow it too closely. It's just sort of a vague outline. There's a couple of roads that I've always seen on a map, and I'm like just curious about where they go. I don't usually like doing out and back at all, but a couple of those roads are that, because I just want to know what's at the end of these roads. And the general plan is I'm going to go up the east side of Linville Gorge, which is, they call it the Grand Canyon of the South. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to head up towards Globe, North Carolina, which is an area I've hiked in before, and it's really pretty and kind of weird. It's like out in the middle of nowhere, and there's a little town. And there's some nice forest roads out there, some dirt. And then I'm going to head up through Blowing Rock, which is a great place, and up towards Grayson Highlands, which I think is in Virginia, and the Jefferson National Forest area, up that way somewhere. And then I'm going to cross over towards the Iron Mountains, and that's a really weird spot to be hanging out. And then I'm gonna come down, I think it's Watauga Lake, go by there, go over Rowan Highlands, which is another place I've hiked before. It's beautiful. It's where the AT crosses over. It's very cool. And from there I'm gonna go down to Linville Falls and do the west side of Linville Gorge, which is a great dirt forest road, pretty rough. Although, honestly, I've done it in a minivan, so it's not that rough. And then do some stuff around Old Fort, North Carolina, and then head home. It's about 525 miles total. And I'm psyched. First time I've been on an overnight since the TAT, and I'm trying out this fancy ass Moscow Moto gear for the first time, and I think I love it. It's just very organized and well made, and I don't even know it's back there. I'm not sure I have it mounted completely correctly, but it seems to be working. So anyway, I'm near Black Mountain, Swannanoa area in North Carolina, and there's this mountain pass where 40 goes through, and I'm sort of taking the back way. Pretty sure I've been on most of these roads before, but there's one out and back that I've never done because it's just not something I usually do. But I'm doing it today, just to check things out. And I've got no timetable really. I've got nowhere to be. I don't care if I do the route exactly as it is, and whatever. Johnny Powell said he was supposed to do the Smoky Mountain 500 this weekend. I'm not sure why he's not. I think it has to do with we had another hurricane come through, and I don't know. I think they think it's going to be he and this guy Dale, who we did that tail chaser ride with, were going to do it. He was going to do it on the REH or the Himalayan. But anyway, I think they think the water crossings are going to be too deep because of all the weather. But I don't know, man. It's beautiful today. It wasn't bad yesterday. I think it's had plenty of time to dry out and get low. I didn't want to do it because I've done it once this year and a lot of it twice on the TAT, because the TAT shares a lot of those roads, so I just wasn't into it. I wanted to do something new. So that's about it. Just like to do some dirt on the REH today and see how I do on it. I don't think it's going to be anything rough. Probably a lot like this most of the way. Here's one of those turnoffs that I just want to know where this road goes, because it just like peters out in the middle of nowhere. It's probably not too long. Just curious. Somewhere good to hike. What is this? What is that? What goes on there? Okay, not too exciting, except for there's a fake deer right there. That's nice. And that's where the track keeps going, but there's a gate right there. So, whatever. Now I know. Nothing. This ends just in a little bridge that doesn't look too good, and private property. Cool little road though. There's the old Fort Geyser, which is not a geyser at all. It's I think it was like a tourist trap. Like they just hooked up some water and made it squirt in the air and called it a geyser. I'm not exactly sure of the history of it, but I do think it's not an actual geyser. This is the little town of Old Fort. I feel like something happened here. I don't know what. Future Ange, let us know what Old Fort's all about. It's kind of a cool little tiny town. It's right off 40 when you get down the mountain headed towards Charlotte. Stop at Lake James. Pretty. wasn't really expecting this road to be dirt. It's awesome. I mean, it's very chill. Nothing hard about it, but it's getting pretty remote. I'm kind of afraid it's just going to end at a gate somewhere. Oh. I missed the turnoff for this road twice. I thought it was a driveway. Very cool. What'd I tell ya? I should not go through there. I thought maybe this wasn't actually locked, but it is. Mother. Let me contemplate this situation. Well, I didn't do it. I'm so bummed that it ended. Such a cool road. Bummer, man. Gotta figure out how to scope that out beforehand. Although, then I wouldn't have come down this road at all. So, what the hell? So I'm just I'm a little bit east of Linville Gorge, and that road, if it had been open, would have taken me right along it. Damn. I wish I had a way to turn on the camera without people knowing, because I just there are these two dudes, one with like a long gray beard, other guy just a dude with a gun in his holster, at this old house at the beginning of this road. And I just stopped and I was like, hey man, is that gate ever open? And they said it hasn't been open since the moonshiners used that road. And I was like, man, it looks cool back there. And they said, yes, it is. It's 14 miles of really cool dirt road. So that's a bummer, man. That would have been a huge find. But instead, it's a huge fail. Man, I wish you could have seen those guys, though. Oh, and that house. Classic. Classic. So up there is Table Rock. That's what I was trying to get close to. It looked like that road went all the way, sort of down there. So I guess the next question is, how how do I get where I'm going? Such a bummer. No outlet. Alright, here's a little bit more dirt. Let's see if this goes through somewhere. Looks like it does. Just past the Brown Mountain OHV area. From what I've heard, there's some really tough stuff in there, some single track and whatever. I don't have much interest in that, but I bet Johnny Powell would. Some more dirt. It's pretty out there. Yes. Yes. Wow. Well done, North Carolina. Well done. Well, this road is pretty great. It's pretty out there. I stopped to reposition my phone mount because it's been rattling, and it didn't help. It's still rattling, and it's not the phone mount. It's the what is that thing called? Pro mount? I forget where it comes from. I like the idea of it, but it kind of sucks, and I think it's got to go. It's just too, I don't know, it's not very secure. I love where it puts the phone, so you don't have to constantly look down, but I don't know if you can hear that. It's just like, it's too much to the right, and I'm not sure how to adjust it any differently. So I think it's got to go. anyway, when I was stopped to do that, a group of like 5 guys came by on KTMs and a DLR and 2 little bikes. I'm not sure what they were. I don't mean little displacement, but they were like low to the ground a little bit. They were cool looking, but I didn't quite see what they were. But anyway, talking to them, and one of the guys was like, "Man, you sound familiar." And he's like, "Did you ride a CT 125 on the Tat?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's my first YouTube watcher sighting in the wild. It's kind of cool. Yes. Well, I think I'm almost off this road. That was fun. It took a while to get through there. I think it was only like 14 miles. Good stuff. How you guys doing? Nice dog ride. That was crazy. I don't know what Brett would think of that closed-in dog carrier. That's pretty funny. Nice dog ride? What the hell does that mean? Wasn't really prepared for a quip on an enclosed dog carrier on the back of a motorcycle. I'll do better next time. said it before and I'm going to say it again right now. North Carolina is the way to go. Specifically Western North Carolina. I've been on forest roads forever. Second group of riders I've seen today, so I must be picking good roads somehow. I just sort of got on Gaia and messed around. I'm headed towards Globe, and I have been there before, and I know there's some good roads up there. But I don't think I've been here before. Past a cool country store in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why it's there. I should have stopped, but I didn't. But it reminded me of that place in Oark. Well, I just turned around because looks like that is the road that I wanted. And that's not happening. That is very closed. So I gotta figure something else out. Getting too confident in the gravel. I need to rein that in. Well, my dreams of going through Globe have been dashed, I think. I don't see a way to get over there that makes sense. I could go all the way up to Blowing Rock and then go back to Globe, but that doesn't make sense for where I'm trying to get to. Bummer, because Globe is cool. And I think once I get off this road, there's not going to be dirt for a little while. Yes. Yes. There's Grandfather Mountain. Hopped on the Blue Ridge Parkway for a little bit. Take that into Blowing Rock and see if I can get back on my vague route. Yes. That was the famous Linville Viaduct. Grandfather Mountain's straight up there to the left. Didn't really mean to be on the Parkway, but there's worse things to happen. I saw somewhere that Price Lake, the dam broke from like the hurricane weather we had, and that it's empty. I wonder if they got that fixed. We're about to find out. Not empty. They must have gotten it fixed. It's low, but it's not empty. This is the dam that broke. Well, here's Blowing Rock. It's a very quaint little mountain town. Come up here a good bit. Alright, well I gassed up in Blowing Rock, hopped on the Blue Ridge Parkway again, headed north, and this Pro Mount thing, I don't know if you saw it before, but it was totally like coming apart right there, and that had come apart as well, so I had to get out the tools and tighten that up. It's kind of a piece of shit, man. I really hate to say that because I wanted to love it. Maybe it's fine if you're only on pavement, but it just falls apart. It's not secure. It uses these like rubber pressure nuts, sort of, which I get why they used them, because I'm sure it dampens the vibration a little bit, but they're not secure at all. They don't work. So that's a bummer. If you know of a good, something else that works on a Himalayan that would put the phone like right there, because that's not it. It's kind of pricey too. And it's starting to get cold, man. It's been a beautiful day. It's starting to get chilly. I have this feeling I'm not going to make it. I planned this route out in 3 sections, and I was thinking that I would just do whatever, but so far I've tried to stay on it. But I don't think I'm going to make it to the end of what I had as like the first section. But we'll see. And Johnny Powell, I think he had, I don't even know if I mentioned this, but he had talked about trying to meet me out here somewhere, but he's so far south. He's like 2 hours south of Asheville, and I'm headed north. So anyway, I told him to maybe do that section from Lake James to Blowing Rock and then meet me in Linville tomorrow. But I don't know if he's going to do that or not. Alright, I got the worst campground of all time. This was a mistake. That's it. Look at all those people, man. Jesus Christ. Look at that. And I went out to try to find a cold beer. Nearest gas station was not near. And it's a dry county, of course. Oh, look at this place. I should have kept going. This is like my worst nightmare. I think people live here, I guess. But it's weird. It's weird. It'd be so less weird with a beer. I think I go this way. God, I'm not sure though. It's like endless. So weird. And there's like a dinner happening down here at Roger and Inez's place. They've got a whole thing going on. I'm so not into this. Can't even tell you. But here's my little spot down here. I tried to get away from everybody, but it's impossible. Impossible, I tell you. It's okay, though. It's okay. At least there's a little route to put my bike on. So that's good.